Alright, good morning. Okay, the last video I've done is on the Nazarite Lifestyle channel. And it's basically about your calorie intake. And the name of the video is your calorie intake should be based on your height, not your appetite. Something like that. According to your height, not your appetite. And I'm not saying that people, if you have an appetite, don't eat. That's not what I'm saying. It's basically saying don't be greedy. Don't overload calorie intake. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of people overeat according to what they like to eat when they see it, what they smell, what they know they're used to tasting. And I just say appetite. They eat according to their appetite instead of their brain, and saying, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be overeating, because if you're overeating what your body can burn, what your body can consume for your height, you're going to gain weight. Meaning your body is going to be in a surplus mode. Meaning the more you put in, the less you're going to burn out. When you go into a caloric or a calorie deficit, that means that you're going to be burning more fat when you intake fewer calories. That's all that is. Deficit means low, surplus means high. It's just you're indulging more, but deficit you're intaking little. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to continue on where I left off at with Set Apart to Serve. I know that for the most my subscribers, the viewers that watch Set Apart to Serve, like to hear about, issues at the workplace and stuff like that. But I don't have no issues at the workplace right now. So I can't speak on something, because I know for the most people who are subscribed to this channel like to hear it or want to hear that. And I could tell, I've always noticed that within 3 years of this channel, I could tell that by what I teach, how many listen and how many are not interested with the title. I understand that even YouTube have even told me, emailed me, well, to keep the views going, you need to continue talking about this. But I want you all to understand something. I'm led by Christ to teach whatever he pushes me to teach. I don't teach what I think people will want to hear. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not here to be validated. I'm not here looking for views and money. I haven't been paid by YouTube in a year and a half. Like, for real, I haven't seen no money in a year and a half, because I'm not pushing towards that revenue. It's not hitting, and I don't care about that. I'm 100 over here. I serve God. That's what I'm here to do. I'm a slave for God, not mankind. So, it's up to people to want to hear this knowledge or not. But I'm not finna stop being pushed back. God, they not hearing this. I don't want to teach this, because I can't do that. I have to be obedient. Not only that, but people actually really need to hear this. Huh? Okay, people, let me tell you something about me with this weight thing and this caloric deficit thing. If you haven't checked out the video on Nazarite Lifestyle, check it out. It's in my feeds on this channel. Check out the post on this channel. You can just easily click into it. Okay, let's just say, for instance, my weight right now is 100 pounds. It's 100.80 to be exact. And 100.20, 100.40, 60, 80, that kind of makes a difference. It makes a difference because if I'm 100.80 or 100.8, that means that if I continue eating, that means that I can gain another pound, which is 101. Not bad, but still, my goal is 95 pounds. Okay, now if it's 100.2 or 100.20, that means that I'm on the right track and I'm getting lower and lower. Excuse the sound out here, people. that means that I'm getting lower and lower. Okay, now let's just say for the last 2 weeks, my weight was stuck at 101. And I'm like, man, come on. Like, I'm eager, you know what I'm saying? I'm highly determined to reach this goal. But I'm having setbacks and stuff like that, feel like giving up. I'm frustrated at times. But I knew what the problem was. See, without knowledge, you're going to give up because you don't want to seek it. You're not asking for knowledge. You don't care. Everybody wants the shortcut way in life, and people don't want to be patient. So I'm studying. I'm doing things. I'm waiting on God. And then bang, I got it. I needed to flush myself because if you're fasting a lot and you're eating fewer calories, you're probably for the most not going to the washroom regular. Your body has to get adjusted. Your metabolism has slowed down, if not stopped. The more you fast, the more you're giving your body a break. So it has to get adjusted to how you're doing what you're doing with your food intake. See, it's not like when I was 150, 160, 170. You see what I'm saying? See, my body was still moving and doing all this action is because I was study eating and not allowing my body to rest and heal. So my body has to get all the way new. The more weight I lose, the more my body is like, okay, now what we're doing right here, okay, we got to get adjusted to this. We got to get adjusted to that. So I said, okay, I got to flush myself. So what I did was, and this is all the way till I get to my goal. I'm doing what I need to do until I get to my goal. When I get to my goal, then everything will be set. I will have a regular eating regimen, and I will be able to move a regular bowel and stuff like that. But right now, I'm on a mission, so things is kind of like and that's the struggle. A lot of people don't like that mode. People don't like the endurance to reach the goal. That's the hardest part. So I said, okay, cool. So I went on and just did a power flush. Now, most people already know, especially over at the Nazarite Lifestyle channel, they know that I do power flushes like at least twice a year. But now I have to do it and I'm not recommending for people to flush their system as often. But if you need to, it's just best that you do it. Now, if you need to go to the bathroom and flush yourself and use laxatives because you're constipated and you're not trying to change your diet, then you may need to go to the doctor. But if you know the reasons on why you're constipated and you know you're not taking in all these calories that you need and fiber, then it's obvious that you need to naturally move your bowels. So that's what I did. I had to do a power flush. So let's just say I was stuck on 101.8, which is 101.80 for about 2 weeks, bro. And I'm like, wait a minute, even when I eat something, the scale goes up. Now, this is not necessarily fat, but if I continue to eat and don't do nothing about my bowel movement, if I continue to eat, listen, people, because this is where everybody go wrong at. Like, this is how you develop IBS. Even though I'm not making a regular bowel movement and the scale is stuck on 101, when I continue to eat, I'm eating on top of the stopped bowels. I'm eating on top of foods that's probably hadn't even digested yet. So I'm accumulating. I'm going into surplus with my eating. And the scale is going to go up and up because I haven't made a bowel movement. Now, if I continue to keep eating like that regular, and I'm like, I don't care, I need to just eat, and I'm going over my calories, then I'm going to be storing food as backup. And that food after a while is going to turn into fat, regardless of what I'm eating. Fruits, vegetables, you see what I'm saying? And so we don't want that. It's common sense. If you're not moving your bowels, that means that you are eating on top of it, and then it's going to get hard, and then you're going to be on the toilet for minutes, damn near to an hour, and then it's going to be hard and you're going to hurt yourself. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be decent about this. So I said, okay, cool then. I went on and just flushed myself. And I did it with tea at the beginning. I did smooth move tea, which it has senna in it. It's a natural laxative. So I drank that Friday evening at sunset. I drank like maybe 5 cups, 5 8-ounce cups of tea. Okay, cool. That morning, I drank a whole 32 ounce of prune juice. Behind that 32 ounce of prune juice, and you drink the prune juice within like 3 hours. Behind the prune juice, I drank 5 16 ounces of Absipro water. Absipro water that I've drunk has electrolytes in it. Remember, when you're flushing yourself, when you're running or diarrhea or whatever, you have to put water back in you because you will be dehydrated. Not only that, but the water is actually washing away the prune juice, the sugars and stuff like that. So it's just like going to the laundry. When you put your soap in there, you need the water to help cleanse it and wash it, and also after that drain out, you put more water to rinse off the soap. So that's basically what you're doing. So when you're drinking all this water, you're basically flushing. At the beginning, your poop may look like dark coffee, but as more you are going, when you drink more and more water, it should be looking like pee. It should be the color of that at the end of your power flush. That may take 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. So, okay, that was during Sabbath day, during Sabbath morning, Saturday. So after Sabbath, I stepped on the scale. Now, let me just say this. After I was 101 throughout them 2 weeks, when I've eaten my foods, my fruits, the scale went up to 108. I forgot to tell y'all that. The scale went up to 108. I forgot to mention that because I kept eating on top of the stopped bowels. I was constantly eating and drinking my fiber, thinking that was going to help, but obviously I was real stocked up. We talking about 2 weeks, bro. Come on now. See? So I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh man, I knew at this point that it was going to go because I hadn't flushed. So it was 108. It was 108 Friday. Before at sunset it was 108. So that's when I drank my tea and started and began to flush. So okay, cool then. Friday evening my weight was 108. When I drank the tea at sunset, I didn't step on the scale until after Sabbath, because during Sabbath you don't worry about yourself. So after Sabbath, which is sunset Saturday, I stepped on the scale and the scale said 103. The scale said 103 after my power flush. I knew that's what it was. I had to move a bowel. I had to flush myself. So when you're trying to lose weight and the scale gets stuck and you know you haven't been bowel moving, for the most, that's what it is. And that's what's keeping you kind of up with your weight. It's not fat for the most, it's just you need to go to the washroom. And sometimes that happens, especially when you're fasting. So don't panic. But I'm trying to tell y'all something. You develop IBS when you don't do that. When people know they haven't made a bowel movement, they get used to it and they say, well, I don't care. I don't care. I don't like making bowel movements anyway. And they keep eating on top of that. And that's how your stomach puff out. That's how you gain weight eventually. Because you keep eating. Not only that, but you're eating all day, every day. Huh? So I stopped eating. After my power flush, I said, okay, cool. I flushed it out. I'm down to 103 now. Within 24 hours of that flush. Come on now. 5 pounds of it in me. Okay, cool then. So let's go into autophagy now. Why? Because my goal is to get back down past that 101 to 100. And then after that 100, we're going to work on going down to 95. So, okay, cool. What do I have to do? I have to make another clean sacrifice after the power flush. And no, you don't eat during the power flush. What's the point? What are you doing? No, you fasting during your power flush. And when you're done, you're going to fast again. People don't like the truth. They don't want to hear. People already cut off. They don't want to hear this. Somebody want to hear it, and I'm talking to you. So I said, okay, cool then. So yesterday, today, tomorrow, we're going into autophagy. Dun 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 dun. Autophagy is starvation mode. Basically, reaching down, you're actually allowing your body to heal. That's what you're doing. You're allowing your body to heal, but after that flush, you're going with after 24 hours, you're going to burn fat because I also work out too. You know what I'm saying? I work out plus I work at night during the weekday. That helps. I eat a little candy for the energy because I work at night and I need the energy. And yes, the candy that I eat helps me. Yes, it does. I work out during the day to keep my strength, and at night, since I have to work, I eat the candy for more strength, for more energy rather, to be able to move and do the things that I do at night. So if you're moving around, you're still working, that's a plus because you're not sitting at home sick, weak, lethargic, and stuff like that. So after that, when you go into your little autophagy, 2 to 3 day autophagy mode, which is between 24 and 48 hours, you are now going to see the scale go down. For it's going to shoot down. So with that saying, from Friday at 108 all the way to Monday, the scale said 100.80. Listen, I'm trying to help somebody out there. It went from 108 Friday evening to Monday morning 100 pounds and 8 or whatever. That's what that's 108 to 100. Let's say Friday sunset, we got Friday sunset, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. So basically 2.5 days. Really 2 days that I've lost 8 pounds. The scale went down 8 pounds in 2 days. Mainly because I needed to flush myself. Not only that, but I didn't rush back into eating. I'm allowing my body to have that cleanse and healing mode now. Now we're going to gradually go back. When I get done with the autophagy setting, which is fasting, dry fasting, when I get done with that, then I can go back into slowly eating my good foods. And I have juice. I have my uber greens, my fruit, cold pressed juice, my apple ciders. I can start off with a little bit of pumpkin seeds with sea salt. The salt can put the sodium back in me, the right amount of sodium, and then boom, I'm keeping my caloric deficit. Meaning that I'm going to continue losing the weight because I'm putting in, let's just say, maybe 150 calories. At the most, maybe 200 calories, depending on the calories of the juice. You see what I'm saying, people? And people are out there saying that's not enough calories. That is just crazy. But when you look at the BMI charts and you look at your height, and according to that BMI number, guess what? For the most people who are claiming that they need to be eating these thousands of calories, they're going to be way up in their BMI. They're going to be real high because they've been fooled to Satan telling people, no, you need to eat like 1,500 calories. And people want to be told that because they like to eat anyway. I've been told I need 1,700 calories in me. That's what the doctor said, and I believe it. Bump that. Don't forget to give me a salad with some bacon bits and some ranch sauce. And don't forget to give me some barbecue chicken strips and some ranch sauce and dip it. And there go my 1,700 calories right there. Boom. But see, here's the thing. When people who are saying they need to put 1,300 to 1,700 calories in them a day, they're not actually putting just that in them. They're putting extra calories in them. See, you have to understand something. Bump that. You're not putting 14 calories in you and saying, okay, I'm done for the day. I just put 14 calories in me. I can't eat for another 24 hours because I have to allow this 14 calorie that I just put in me burn off. People are not doing that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all from another video. You're not putting in thousands of calories in you and allowing yourself to burn that off within 24 hours so you can feel back empty and have a great appetite to put so-called 13, 14, 15, 1700 calories back in you. You see what I'm saying? See? 1700 calories. If you ate that, let's just say according to your height, you need to eat that much. Then that's all you would need. If that's all your body can take because of your height, you can consume that much calories. Then that's cool. That's all you're eating, though. You're not eating that. You're not being permitted to eat 1700 calories and then say, yup, I got that, but tonight I'm gonna put in 200 more calories. Or I'm gonna eat out tonight and I'm gonna put in 600 more calories. Now you're going over. Now you put your body in a surplus situation. And that's how people overeat. And that's how people become overweight. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people these are lies. People are telling you you need all these calories, okay, but are you eating just that calorie? Are you eating just that and then you're stopping and allowing your body to go into a fast setting for 24 to 48 hours? Thousands of calories you're going to need to go 2 days. If your body cannot burn that many calories in a day. If you're eating 1700 calories or more, 1200 calories or more for your height and you don't need that many calories, are you burning those calories off to the point where you are naturally appetized to eat another much calorie? You have to understand what I'm saying, people. This is why you're overweight. You're overeating and overtaking calories that you don't need. The doctors, your mommy, your grandmama, everybody is lying. YouTube, people are lying to you. People who work out, they are lying. I'm telling you, people on there are saying that they're eating all these calories. They are liar. They don't look like they eating all those calories. I know a guy, he's a Muslim or whatever, and he work out, all he eat is fruit, and he look like it. See, you can't lie to me. He look like all he eat is fruit. He do calisthenics on YouTube. He wear the little dashiki or whatever. He do calisthenics and all he eat is fruit. And he look like it. And if he say, oh, I eat fruit, I eat pasta, I eat breads, I eat bacon bits on my salad and all this milk and ranch and all that, he a liar. But he say all he eat is fruit, and I believe that. The reason why people say that they eat more than what they really don't eat is because they want people to like them. And they're fooling people, because you also got people who envy others and don't want others to be just as shredded as them. It gets deep, bro. People who are fit will lie and tell you that all you need to do is this. Oh, I'm doing that. But they're lying. You got people who envy others and don't want them to reach the goal and become better than them. People get paid to lie. You have to ask yourself, what sense does it make to sit back and eat literally 1,300 calories in one day? Now, if you're eating that, it's possible that you can eat it, but with junk. But junk food is not healthy. Junk food is not even healthy, bro. When you're fasting, all I can drink is black coffee. No creams, no sugar. You tell Pookie and Ray Ray and Sheila and them who want to lose weight, who may need to fast and go into autophagy, all you need is black coffee. You can drink that while you're fasting. But don't put no milk, no sugar, no creams, no honey. Don't put none of that up in there. Man, I ain't doing this. See? Why? Because they rather eat. They like foods that taste good to them. And that's why a lot of people don't reach their weight loss goal. People give up easily because they be highly tempted to eat what is bad for them because of the taste. They feel that they're missing out on it. You be eating it all your life. Who cares? You see it ain't doing nothing but destroying you. Why don't you do something new? Do something that's better for you, that's helpful for you, that's pleasing to God. Yes, I get tempted to watch people eat tacos and stuff like that. Of course it happens, but I'm not eating it. I know I better not eat it. I know what it's going to do to me. I know what it's going to do for me. I like the way I feel. I like the way I look. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't care what nobody say. I was fat and uncomfortable. I didn't like it at all. In the summertime, I couldn't wear tank tops. I didn't feel right. I got to wear overset clothes and all that. I'm hot in the summertime because I'm wearing 4X's shirts and stuff like that. Nah, I'm hiding my butt and I'm trying to hide everything. I'm ashamed myself when I'm by myself when I take off my clothes. Like, oh, nah, Sometimes I be depressed if I feel like I'm gaining weight. When I was 150 something, I felt like, dang, I just can't get rid of this, and now I feel slightly depressed. So I can imagine people that's like 200 and 300 pounds who want to lose it, but just don't have the willpower to do it. I know they feel depressed. I know they feel miserable. But see, the fun part about losing weight is determination, man. You just determined to do it, and you're saying no. You're being tempted. You're telling Satan to get thee behind me, and you're praying to God for strength and guidance and understanding and knowledge along the way. Not only that, but you can't teach unless you first follow. You can't lead unless you follow. I'm developing knowledge because I'm curious about what I need to do, and God has given me the information to not only be able to lose it, but to teach it. And it ain't not like a fat person who wants to tell someone else how to lose weight. Would you listen to that person? Not at all. I'm not listening to someone who's obese, fat, miserable, tell me how I need to lose weight. What sense does that make? You have to pray for discernment because, like I said, you also have people who are losing weight, who have lost the weight, can be liars. You have fake raw vegans out there that's telling people they can still cook their foods, their vegetables, and still be called raw vegans. Now, how confused is that? Why are we confused about that? Why are people accepting that lie? Somebody say, yeah, I'm a raw vegan. You could be a raw vegan and still cook your foods. How? Raw means uncooked. But people want to accept those lies. I've read people come and they be like, whoo, I thought you was finna tell me that I couldn't cook, and I didn't want to hear that. Ooh, I love to cook. I thought you was going to tell me I can't put no seasonings on my watermelon and stuff like that. Ooh. I'd have been miserable if you can't tell me I can't cook my pineapples and eat them. Ooh, I was finna unsubscribe. So that's the reason why people lie to viewers, because viewers are just like the mega church congregation. They want to be lied to because they're lost, and they seek validation from man. If they do what man tells them to do, they feel like they would be more accepted by man than God Almighty. Huh? If they give $1,000 every Sunday, they feel that they're going to be validated and they're going to be favored by this wolf. And so that's what people are doing. People like to hear lies. People are miserable, so they don't want to be told the truth because it's going to damn them even more, even greater. But I'm here to help people. I'm here to help you. If you are trying to lose weight, you have to right now stop doing what you're doing. That Twinkie is not going nowhere. Who cares? Flaming Hots. Who cares? Why you want chemicals in you? The hot dog and the brats with the bacon wrap on the grill. Why you want dead flesh in you? Oh, because it tastes good. Ew. Why you want all this bread, this yeast in you. Eat unleavened bread. Eat unleavened crackers. Without sugar, without yeast. How come people are scared to eat just only fruits? Man, I don't know, man. I got to eat something that's a little heavy. And see, people who are overweight, people whose bellies is poked out, they may not even be literally fat all around, but their bellies poking out speaks volume too. Some of them may have pancreas problems, liver problems, bloating. They probably got all type of poop backed up in them from weeks ago. You know, thin people who eat so much and all you see is they stomach poked out because genetically they're not getting fat, but their stomach speaks volume on how they're eating. Beer bellies, a lot of carbs like breads, overeating, not allowing their body to digest the foods that's backed up in them. That's why people's bellies are poked out. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. I just told you I lost 8 pounds in 2 days after I flushed myself. Huh? If I hadn't cared about doing that, my stomach would be poked out right about now. And I would be uncomfortable, achish, talking about some, oh, my stomach hurt, I got irritable bowel syndrome, I'm constipated, I got a headache, and then I go to the doctor and all the doctor say, you just need to poop, you're constipated, you need to eat fiber. Well, okay, how come I didn't know that? Because I didn't care, I just want to keep eating. Matter of fact, after this doctor visit, I'm finna go to Wendy's. Come on now. I used to live just like that. I stayed at the hospital. They gave me some pills called some type of pump pills because of my diet. I used to always be at the doctor because I was constipated. Why? Eating fast food every day, all day, bro. I am not lying. I've been there. I stayed at the hospital. And every visit, you need to eat fiber. You need to eat fiber. You need to lose weight. You need to go on a caloric deficit. You're 200 pounds at 5 feet. You're 198. You're back up to 210. You need to stop it. Lose weight. Stop smoking. Stop drinking alcohol. I did all that. And I got that one phone call. Look at the Nazarite video. I got that one phone call, and this was like maybe 2019, I think. 2018, 2019, I got a phone call saying, if you don't change your diet, you're going to have a stroke. If you don't change your diet, you're going to have a heart attack. That was it. I think that was in 2019. They told me that. They said if you, and I was 41. If you don't change your diet, you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack. I was like, who's she talking to? She was talking to me. She wasn't talking to a ghost. She wasn't talking to a brick wall. She would have been talking to a brick wall if I did not choose to listen and change it. Just like with people who's watching this video. I may be talking to a bunch of brick walls. People. The more food you intake, the more calories you intake for your height. Meaning surplus. You want it to surplus. You're not going to be allowing yourself to burn off. You're going to be just burning off a few calories. And that's if you go to the bathroom. That's for long just going to the bathroom. Because people, for the most, who love to indulge with eating, they're not working out. Because consciously, if you're working out, then that means that you know, along with working out, taking the time out to work out, you have to eat right. It's defeating the purpose of you going out there, working out, doing what you do, but yet you up here talking about some, you finna go eat McDonald's and Burger King. I think that's a dodo. Somebody who go, I know women who I walk out at this park over here, and I've heard people in back of me walking, older women, like in their 60s on up. Yeah, girl, when we get done, we're going to go to Baskin Robbins. It's like, what are you doing? But these women, they just walking just to shoot the breeze because their husband's out somewhere, work, cheating on them, whatever, and they all just grouped up together just to be in the way of other people who's really determined to walk and lose weight. They just out here shooting the breeze and, just trying to just keep their health until the time come or whatever. But I'm just saying, you got people who actually would just go out here and walk or run or do a little something on a treadmill, and just because they did it for about 20 to 40 minutes, they feel that they can go treat themselves to put the pounds back on that they might have so-called lost. What a waste of time. Why would you burn, let's just say, 10 calories to go and put 30 more calories back in you? I'm just saying as an example. Why would you want to do that? Deficit means the less you intake, the more you burn. Surplus, the more you intake, the less you're going to be burning. This is why people are overweight. People are overweight because they don't care about their body. They don't care about their health. Period. Before I leave, an example of someone who don't care, but I knew they was kind of stupid. They're in their 20s. I was there too. My mommy told me go put a pot on. I was like, what you talking? I ain't putting no pot on. I'm going to give me some gizzards. Some fried gizzards at Harold's Chicken. I'm not going to put no pot on. But that's a typical 20-some year old. This dodo say, I don't listen to the doctor about no calories and my BMI. That's impossible. That's how they were saying it. That's impossible for everybody on earth to be at their normal weight. That's impossible. Well, yeah, you're right. That's impossible because of Satan. They listen to people like you. Timmy listened to what you said. He will agree and say, I was just about to go over and get me a gyro. Woo, I'm glad you said what you said, because if you'd agree with her, then I probably would have felt guilty about getting that gyro. But I'm so glad that you said what you just said. You see what I'm saying? Things are impossible to accomplish. The right things are impossible to accomplish when you allow Satan to rule you. That's his job. His job is to deceive people. You don't need 1,200 plus calories a day unless it's according to your height. Not only that, but if you are burning 1,200 calories off within 24 hours, and within 24 hours after consuming 1,200 calories, you have a natural great appetite to eat again. If you are consuming 1,200 calories or more within a day, and you are not burning that off within 24 hours, and you continue to keep eating even though you don't have a great appetite, you are going into surplus, meaning that you are going to eventually put on pounds. Remember, 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. When you eat up to 3,500 calories, you are putting 1 pound of fat on you. 3,500 calories. But yet, people are being told they can eat up to 2,000 calories. Once again, if you are eating what you think in calories that you should be intaking, 9 times out of 10, you're eating over those calories in that day. Number 2, and you're not allowing your body to burn off those calories within 24 hours. Now, am I lying? I consume according to my height. I'm 5 feet. My calorie intake a day to stay shredded, to stay thin, to stay fit within my BMI. My BMI is 19, 18. I'm shooting at 18. Now, I'm talking about 95 pounds between 100. Between 95 and 100 pounds, that's my goal. So, I have to have fewer calories to stay at the healthy weight for my height. Okay? So, what am I intaking? Not no damn 1,200 calories a day. Huh? As a fruitarian, I may take up between 100 to 250 calories a day. An apple is 56, so I may eat 2 apples. What's that? 112 calories. You see what I'm saying? Or 118 calories. So I'm adding it up. So 2 apples and maybe a Uber green juice. That's 50. Come on now. We're talking about almost 200 calories, 180 calories a day. And those are filling foods. If I eat 2 apples and have a what I think is a 12-ounce Uber green juice, that's a vegetable fiber juice. 2 apples and the Uber green juice, the dark Uber green juice, and I consume those things. That's all I need for the day. That's all I need. I got my nutrition, my antioxidants, my fiber. I got all that. Potassium, protein. I got all that. Huh? That's probably 180 calories. If I want to eat a little bit more within that meal setting, because I eat 1 meal a day, to say let's do, because it's between 100 and 250 calories. If I want to eat a half of a handful of peanuts, I can do that. That may get me at 250. You see how healthy that sound? And not only that, but you're filled. Your body is, when you eat all of that, that's a lot. When you eat that, your body is in a satiety state, meaning that you're satisfied. You're not hungry. You're full from eating 2 apples, a 16 or 12-ounce Uber green juice, and maybe a handful of peanuts. Drink you some water to flush all that. Maybe a 16-ounce bottle of water to flush it, and boom, that's it. That's how I keep my calories down. I'm naturally healthy. I'm finna work out with just eating that, and I'm good. I'm set. I'm still thin. I'm still at my weight goal, and I'm moving. See what I'm saying? Now, that was 250 calories that I could just assume. But it wasn't no 13 or 14, 1500 calories is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't need that many. If I put that in me, how in the hell am I going to stay shredded? How am I going to stay small for my height? That's what I'm trying to tell people. Everybody keep telling me, so that ain't enough calories. You ain't healthy. Look, man, go ask somebody who's like maybe 5 feet. And ask them how many calories they put in their nuts. And go get an overweight person who's like 5'2". Go get an overweight person. Ask them how many calories that they're eating. They probably don't even know. They probably don't even know how many calories. It ain't nothing like a fat person lying about their calories. It ain't nothing like a fat person who you see is overweight and they're indulging with their calorie intake will lie. They don't know, but they know it's not a healthy caloric intake, so they would just lie. It's like, why are you lying in my face? Come on. These are people who just don't want to change. But this is what I'm saying, people. If you want to lose weight, unfortunately for food lovers, you have to bring down your calorie intake. That's all I'm saying. It's impossible to stay eating what you used to eat at the beginning of your weight loss. If you was 160 and you was eating 1200 calories, and you know you need to lose that weight for your height, you can't keep putting in 1,000 calories. You can't keep putting in 1,200 calories along your weight loss journey. You're going to stay up there. Come on now, you have to decrease it, and that's what people give up. D'Angelo, Janet Jackson, they were both shredded. I know Angelo is not here no more, but this is their testimony. When D'Angelo and Janet Jackson was once at that shredded, they both had them 6-packs. Both of them, I'm not making this up, both of them gained the weight back over maybe a course of years, 3 or 4, 5 years or whatever. The reason why they both gained the weight back, they both said that they like to eat. D'Angelo said, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man, I was miserable. I like to be thin, and but I was miserable. I like to eat. I miss eating the good food. That's what he said. I'm not lying. So he ate what he liked to eat, and that's what accumulated the weight. And he developed health problems. Janet Jackson, I'm not saying she have any health problems. It's not being said or whatever, and I hope she don't. But the reason why she gained the weight, because she said she liked to eat. I was miserable being that thin. I know I was nice and I had the 6-pack, but I like to eat. That's what she said. At least they was honest. But that's the the reason why they've gained the weight back. People like to eat. You have to be honest with yourself. People like to eat. Not only that, but they like to glut it, which is a sin. And when you sin, you become disobedient. And with disobedience comes curses. Curses is deteriorating your health. Come on now. Huh? Think about it. Where's your health at right now, people? I'm trying to help you.